over the last 6 years, I've had the pleasure of being Helsley's teammate, and he'll go down in my books as one of the best teammates I've had. Great guy, golfs on the off days, plays cards on the plane, always in a good mood. Great guy. I know he's great husband, great father. Super happy for him to go get a chance to make hopefully what turns out to be a deep playoff run with the Mets. And wish him the best. Hope I see him down the road. I'm sure we'll be friends for a long time. And I wish him the best.
Everyone knows it's a business, right? And you're a veteran guy. But
Yeah.
isn't it tough to see stuff like this?
Yeah, we'll lose a lot of good men out there, playing baseball. So, it's part of the game. It's part of the business side of it. And, he's a good friend. Phone works both ways, and I'm pretty sure we'll be in touch. So.
Well, a lot of people said that whether Ryan just set the franchise record for saves or had a rough night, you never could tell because he was the same guy every day.
Yeah, I mean, a great mentality for a closer. Whether or not he just picked up a 1-2-3 save the night before, whether he had a rough one, he was in here, same guy, smile on his face, getting his work in the weight room, in the training room, out on the field, working on his craft. Just an overall, good professional guy, and we're gonna miss him in here as a friend, and of course as a guy in our bullpen.
How helpful was that to see him and the way he was able to mentor younger pitchers too, as you both were in that role to do that together?
Yeah, I think he's been great with you see how good some of the young guys in our bullpen are right now. With Swanson and Graceffo, and I think a lot of that is probably due to him. Not just getting on guys and being there, but just leading by example. I mean, he's a great lead by example kind of guy. Like I said, rain or shine in here, getting his work in, always getting better, tinkering, tweaking, never satisfied with his stuff. And I think you've seen where he's come from, where he was his rookie year to the dominant back end guy that he's become.
You had a solid outing tonight. Just your assessment, was it carryover from the last outing, which was really good?
Yeah, ball feels good coming out of my hand right now. They hit some balls hard early, and the home run, I wish I had that one back. But, after that, I was able to settle in, have some good quick innings and, keep us close, tight game, tough game.
It seems like the slider kind of curveball were kind of a bigger part of the arsenal tonight. What kind of goes into that?
Yeah, I think it starts with establishing the fastball, moving the fastball in and out, up and down, and then getting into those chase counts, working on, just keeping that breaking ball down, out of the zone, keeping it away from those guys. They got some guys with some good big swings, some good young hitters, and keeping them off balance and, trying to make them chase my pitches, in the counts that are in my favor.
Miles, you've been in this clubhouse longer than anybody at this point. When you sort of look at the broader arc of kind of where the organization is at, what do you take from that? What do you take from being deadline where maybe you're sending guys out again versus the ones where you brought guys in?
We hung in there, tough season for us. Obviously, expectations were low, and, we hung in there right to the deadline. A couple series, wish things could have gone better against, some of those division series. Some of that's my fault, and, I'll regret that for a while. That's tough. I wish I could have done better, kept us in the race a little bit longer. But again, that's the way baseball goes, and, we got a lot of young guys in here that are really good ball players. I mean, you saw kind of what the Tigers did last year, sells at the deadline. I don't put that past this group of guys at all. Got a lot of guys in here who are young in the big leagues and are, going to work on what they need to do to stay here. Myself included, being a free agent after this year, I got to, work on staying in the big leagues. So we got a lot of guys that are going to look to finish this season better than they started it. And I think that's what's going to make us, maybe a dangerous ball club down the stretch.